If you've ever wondered why your longing for a baby has only grown stronger in your 40s, or why the timing of your baby's soul feels so aligned with who you are today, it's not random. It's not too late. It's part of a sacred agreement, a choice you and your baby's soul made together long before this moment. Your baby didn't miss the window, and you didn't either. This is the timing you both chose. And if you've been carrying shame about your age or guilt about waiting or fear that you've somehow messed up the timing, I want you to hear this. What if the opposite is true? What if your timing is absolutely perfect? Hi, I'm Julie Zhenning. For over 25 years, I've been supporting women on their motherhood journeys, especially women over 40. And one of the most common questions I hear is, why hasn't this happened sooner? The world has one answer: biology. Doctors and even well meaning family will say you've run out of time. Society tells you there's a right timeline for fertility and you've missed it. But the deeper truth is that your spirit baby wasn't delayed and neither are you. On a soul level, you chose each other. And part of that choice was the timing of when your paths would cross. What I'm about to share might challenge everything you've been told about fertility timelines, but it's what I've witnessed over and over again in my work. Spirit babies are strategic about their timing. They don't just show up randomly, they wait for the exact right moment, and that moment can be later than society expects. Spirit babies are not random. They are conscious, intentional souls, and they don't just choose who they come through. They also choose when. Here's the part that may be new. The agreement between you and your baby's soul may have been made before you were even born. Think of it this way: your soul and your baby's soul sat together before this lifetime and said, "We will meet when she is ready. We will meet when the timing is perfect for both of us." And that's why it can feel like such a deep, undeniable pull, because on some level, you've known this all along. But here's what makes this even more profound. This isn't just about you being ready. It's also about the world being ready for what your baby is bringing. Some souls wait because they're carrying gifts, perspectives, or healing that the world needs at a specific time. I've worked with women whose spirit babies told them, "I'm waiting because the world needs what I'm bringing in now, not years before." Or, "I chose you at this age because you needed these life experiences to be the mother that I need." Sometimes that agreement includes you going through years of growth, relationships that shaped you, careers that stretched you, heartbreaks that taught you resilience, or healing that brought you home to your body. Other times it includes your baby waiting too, waiting for their own right moment to enter, for the global consciousness to be ready for what they're bringing. So when people ask, why didn't this happen sooner? The answer is because sooner wasn't part of the agreement. So, why does the agreement so often point to this moment in your 40s? Because by now you've lived, and that matters in ways that have nothing to do with your biological clock. Let me paint you a picture of what your spirit baby sees when they look at you now versus who you were at 25 or 30 or 35. At 25, you were just starting to figure out who you were. You were probably focused on building your career, maybe still healing from family patterns, possibly in relationships that weren't quite right. Your spirit baby looked at that version of you and said, she's not ready yet. She needs more time to become who I need her to be. At 30, you might have been closer, but you were likely still in the thick of life's messiness. Maybe you hadn't met the right partner yet, or you were working through your own childhood issues, or you were building the financial stability that would later support your family. But now in your 40s, look at who you've become. You're likely in a beautiful partnership with another person, or if you're single, with yourself. You have wisdom your younger self didn't. You've been through enough to know what's really important. You can separate what's your true desire from what's just outside pressure. Think of it this way. At 30, when everyone around you was announcing pregnancies, it was hard to know if your desire was yours or just because it was part of the socially acceptable package of being that age. But now, when you feel it in your 40s, you know it's authentically yours. You've developed emotional intelligence that allows you to hold both hope and heartbreak without collapsing. You've built resilience through life experiences that have tested you and shown you what you're capable of surviving. You have learned to say no to what drains you and yes to what nourishes you. You've learned how to listen to yourself, trust your instincts, and make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than fear or societal pressure. You have financial resources now that you didn't have at 25. You have career experience that gives you confidence. You have relationship wisdom that helps you choose better partnerships and communicate more clearly. And perhaps most importantly, you have likely done significant personal growth work, therapy, spiritual exploration, healing old wounds. That means you can offer your child a much healthier emotional environment than you could have provided earlier. Your spirit baby chose all of this. They didn't want the younger version of you. They wanted this version, the one who's grounded, wise, and ready to hold them with your whole being. You and your baby's soul made an agreement. You agreed to grow through certain life lessons before meeting them, and they agreed to come when those lessons were integrated, when you had become the mother they knew you could be. And this is why so many women feel that deep, almost mystical connection before conception. It's not wishful thinking, it's your baby's way of communicating across the veil. Here's how you might recognize the agreement in action. Many women dream of their baby before conception, holding them, hearing their name, even seeing their face. Those dreams feel more real than waking life, and they often carry information: the baby's personality, their needs, sometimes even guidance about timing or what the mother needs to heal first. Others notice signs everywhere: feathers appearing at meaningful moments, butterflies landing near them during difficult times, or songs that play at exactly the right moment with lyrics that feel like messages. These aren't coincidences, they're communications. Some women feel sudden waves of longing that seem to come from nowhere, almost like someone tugging at their heart. They'll be going about their day and suddenly feel overwhelmed with the presence of their baby, even though conception hasn't happened yet. Others receive guidance about what they need to heal, change, or prepare before their baby arrives. They might suddenly feel called to switch doctors, move to a different city, end an unhealthy relationship, or start therapy, all without knowing consciously why, only to realize later that these changes were essential preparation. I've had clients tell me their spirit babies gave them specific instructions: heal your relationship with your mother first, or learn to nourish yourself before you try to nourish me, or wait until you're in the house with the garden. I want to play there. These aren't random impulses. They're ways your baby says, I'm here. I haven't left. I choose you, and I'm working with you to create the perfect conditions for our meeting. It's not about you being behind schedule. It's about alignment with the agreement you made together before either of you incarnated. But there's another layer to this that's profound. Your baby may have waited not just for you to be ready, but because their soul has its own timing requirements. Some spirit babies are what I call frequency holders, souls who carry specific energy signatures that the world needs at particular times. They incarnate when global consciousness is ready for what they're bringing. Others are pattern breakers, souls who come to heal generational trauma. They wait until their mother has done enough of her own healing work that they can be born into wellness rather than woundedness. Some are bridge builders, souls who come to connect different worlds, different generations, different ways of being. They choose older mothers because they need that wisdom, that life experience, that established sense of self as their foundation. I've worked with women whose spirit babies told them, I needed you to live through your career success first so you could teach me about empowerment. Or I waited for you to heal your relationship with money so I could be born into abundance rather than scarcity. Or I chose this timing because the world is ready for the gifts I'm bringing now. Your baby may have specific soul gifts that required you to be exactly who you are now, at exactly this age, with exactly these life experiences. They may be coming to learn something from your particular blend of wisdom and vitality that only exists at this stage of your life. This is why the calling can feel so urgent and so right at the same time. Urgent because the timing is right. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Right, because everything has led to this moment of perfect alignment. So, what does this timing mean for you right now? It's an invitation into trust, trusting the agreement you and your baby made, even when the world tells you you're too late. It's an invitation into surrender, letting go of the should have happened sooner story and the do I deserve to be a mother at my age questioning. And remembering this was never about being late. This was about divine timing. It's an invitation into recognition that motherhood in your 40s is not just about biology, it's about a deeper initiation into your soul's wisdom. It's about stepping into the fullness of the woman you agreed to become before this child arrived. It's also an invitation to rewrite the cultural narrative about fertility and age. You're not a cautionary tale about waiting too long. You're evidence that soul timing doesn't follow biological clocks or societal expectations. And perhaps most importantly, it's an invitation to embody the frequency of trust and readiness that your spirit baby is waiting to feel from you. They need to know that you know you're the right mother at the right time. So when doubt creeps in, when you hear the voice that says it's too late, or when well meaning people make comments about your age, remember that you and your baby chose this time, this age. They didn't just choose you, they chose this version of you, this chapter of your life, this moment in time when you have the wisdom to be the mother they need and the world is ready for what they're bringing. If you want support in living from this knowing, in aligning your daily life with this sense of perfect timing and sacred agreement, I created something specifically for you, the 40 plus heart womb fertility checklist. It helps you tune into what your body, heart, and spirit need most right now without overwhelm, so you can live as the woman your spirit baby already knows you are. Your spirit baby isn't waiting because you're behind. They're waiting because you're right on time for their soul's purpose, for your soul's evolution, and for the perfect alchemical moment when everything aligns. This is the timing you agreed on together before either of you was born. This is the meeting point your souls chose long before now. So trust yourself, trust your baby, trust the sacred agreement that brought you to this moment. Your baby chose you. They choose now, not because there were no other options, but because this timing, this version of you, this moment in your life and in the world, this is exactly what they wanted. You're not late. You're exactly on time.